Here we go. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Marilyn Johnson, and I'm your host tonight. And I am honored to introduce our presenter, Mr. Tony Krashowitz. I've known Tony for over 13 years now. And he's become a real big part of my why. When I met him, he was losing his sweetheart to cancer. And my father-in-law was dying that same week. It was pretty crazy. And I got to know him and I went, oh my gosh, I want to help. And so I just dove in, and it's amazing when you've got a why to do something, what you can accomplish. And this company has been a godsend for me and my family. I used to work 3 jobs. And within 22 months, I was able to walk away from all 3 and triple my income. So that was a godsend for me too. So Tony was I'll let him tell you his story. But take it away, my friend and mentor, Mr. Tony Crash.
Awesome. Just want to make sure you can hear me good and see me well.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Those guests that are on here tonight, Marilyn, thank you. And yeah, that was about 14 years ago, almost coming up in October when we met face to face at that time. Yeah, hard time in life, but life does deal us a set of cards sometimes. We just got to work through it and persevere. For those that don't know me, my name's Tony Krashowitz. I've been part of LifeVantage for 14 years now. It's been an incredible journey. And I'll just share my screen here, and I'm going to go right into my story. Actually, I was just telling Marilyn tonight, part of my story from those beginning days happened yesterday. I had to get a new knee replacement. So let me go in here. Can you see that okay, Marilyn?
Yes.
And that should put us in full screen mode. So hey, I live here in southern Utah by St. George. This is my beautiful wife, Mari. We're the Super Brady Bunch family. We've been married 8 years and we have 11 kids. That's pretty fast. That's duplication. So anyway, she's got triplet boys and I've got 6 boys and 2 girls. And we're down to our 2 youngest at home who are 17 and 15. And so we're also grandparents of 6 grandchildren. And we're looking forward to more of those little grandbabies come along because they're worth everything you go through when you raise your kids to get to these little sweethearts. So here's what I used to do, you guys. I used to be a long haul truck driver. In fact, I was in the moving business when I was a teenager. And what that means is my whole family was in the moving and relocations business down in San Diego, California. And my grandfather ran a moving company for almost 50 years. So when I was a little kid, everybody was in the moving business, either in the office or out on the trucks. And as I grew up into that, I got to learn more and more and got more experience in the summers. Time I graduated high school, I'm dating myself here in 1987. I went right into the moving business. I actually moved to Seattle, Washington, and went to work for United Van Lines. Started working on the local crew and doing little short hauls. And then I got married in 1990, started a family, and then that trucking career extended to what you're seeing now. I went into the long haul, all 48 states of hauling household goods, military, COD, company moves, all those things. Loved it. It was really fit for my personality. If you want to call it ADHD, or I like to be on the move. I like to be involved. I like working with my hands. So all that was great for the moving business. And then as we started to have a family, we all just went together. And actually, my 2 oldest boys have been in every state. It's probably multiple times. And that got harder, though, as we started having more and more children. And so when we fast forward to 2009, I have 8 children, ranging from ages to 2 all the way up to 17. And life is complicated. And we weren't able to all go together at that time. There's school and different activities going on with the kids. So I was leaving for 2 weeks at a time and then coming home and trying to cram my life into 3 or 4 days with my family. Yeah, my wife was a trooper at that time, Barbara. She's passed away. That Marilyn was mentioned in 2010. But she would pack the kids up and meet me places just so we could have that quality family time together. And so that was my world when LifeVantage came along. I love this business. Like I said, I just had a knee replacement yesterday, but it was from all that moving furniture, and broke the kneecap a couple times in my ACL and had to have that fixed up. Well, that all finally gave out. So now I'm part, for those that are old enough on here, I'm part Bionic Man now. Anybody remember that show? And so it's healing up, and I'm doing really well for day 1 out of surgery. So got a little rehabilitation to go through here. But again, back to the story of the trucking. I was starting to think in 2009 that, man, how much longer can I keep moving furniture? My body can handle the pounding of not only driving, but also moving furniture. And that's when LifeVantage came along. got invited to a barbecue, my friend's parents' place, and I knew something might be kind of up. Found out through one of their kids that, yeah, they wanted to get me into one of these businesses, these networking businesses, and I wasn't going to go. I looked at my wife, Barb, at that time, and I said, yeah, I don't need that. I'm not a sales guy. I'm not interested in those types of things. And she's like, I really don't care. I don't have to make dinner. So let's just go over there and hear what they have to say. So that's how I ended up looking at this information. So for those of you that are hearing this, whatever way you get to hear this story and this message and what we have, it may change your life like it has mine and Marilyn and many others that you know. So I got to see an ABC News report that they shared with me that time at that evening, and it really mesmerized me. And as you see here, John Quinones is an ABC reporter and been with ABC for a long time. They do a show called Prime Time where they go in and they knock on the door and kind of just show up. And most people don't answer the door because they don't want to be investigated, right, from investigative reporting. But he was welcome into the University of Colorado to check out this supposedly new technology for slowing aging down. And the focal point in the Prime Time is a condition. It's not even really a condition, just part of aging that all of us have called oxidative stress. So Quinones knocks on the door, say, I'm here. I'm excited to see what you guys have. And so John Quinones takes a blood test. And if you haven't seen this video, get with the person that shares this Zoom with you on a recording, or if you're here live, and have them send that. I still love watching that video today. It's pretty awesome. Well, anyway, he takes a blood test. And so he's going to find out whether they're shooting straight or if they're telling lies in this claim of reducing oxidative stress. So he interviews other doctors about how oxidative stress damages our DNA. It causes us to age. It's just like rusting. If you've seen rusting on a car or metal or wood deteriorate, those are oxidants that are in the air that are free radicals. That same thing's happening inside of all the cells of our body. And it's a big piece of why we age as we get older. And so he gets on Protandim, and he has the oxidative stress levels of about a 46-year-old on the graph. And 13 days later, they draw his blood out again to see the difference. And it brought him back. And I love this. Dr. McCord says you're basically back to the levels of a newborn child or a very young child. Now that caught my attention. And I thought, wow, if that little natural herbal pill can do that, I'm going to take it. Why wouldn't I want to take that product? And so then that ABC Primetime just really riveted us, and we had a lot of questions that night. And by the next day, we decided to sign up. Just had a really good gut feeling that this was real and it was going to be a pretty big deal in the future. Because when you think about it, how many of us really want to get older? Unless you're under 21, you want to get to 21 for whatever reason, right? If it's to go and have the bars available and everything at that time, the age of drinking or whatever it is. But it seems like we're just in a hurry to grow up and get to that 21. And then we hit 30 and 35, and then we're like, holy cow, slow down. And so, again, it's not just about aging, but it's also about the disease processes. I'm going to pass this one up. We're going to go here. So again, in that video, what they're showing is without Protandim, there's never been a way to slow down your oxidative stress before. They thought antioxidants could do it. They thought you could drink a bunch of blueberry drinks and all these high potent ORAC value products, but it just didn't get into the system and really go to work to help reduce oxidative stress. Where Protandim's different, it's an activator. And what it does when you take that little yellow pill is it turns a network of system on inside of all the cells of your body and has your body turn on its antioxidant manufacturing. So you're turning your antioxidants up back to the levels of a kid, and oxidative stress is coming down. That's what's cool about Protandim and what it does. And so I love these two slides here. So again, those T-bars, that oxidative stress is going to climb. As we're 20, we're about even. 40, you can see the oxidative stress climb higher. 60, it's really 80, it's even compounding more. Here's what's interesting, and this is what Quinones found out. He only gave it 13 days. Is that after being on Protandim for a month, they would draw the blood out to look at the oxidative stress levels, and they could not tell the difference between a 20-year-old and 80-year-old. That's how powerful NRF2 activation is in turning those antioxidant production on in your cells. Now, here's the other side of this, is after that news report aired, a lot of scientists and people in the medical field saw that, and they started asking for Protandim to put in studies, not us going out and saying, hey, take our product. It's really cool and see what you think. They started ringing the phone off the hook at the University of Colorado and saying, hey, we want that new way of reducing oxidative stress because it didn't exist before Protandim. The best thing you could do is try and drink or eat antioxidants to try and slow that down. And now with Protandim, the new technology is turning on your body to do it. So as you look at this slide on the bottom, you see all these prestigious universities. They have all done studies. There's a website called pubmed.gov. It's the Library of Medicine of the National Institute of Health. And this is where a gold standard science is. You can go here and look in the medical and scientific journals and see Protandim in these studies. There's 28 of them on pubmed.gov. And on the top side of the slide, there's all the journals, the medical and scientific journals that Protandim has been published in. This is a huge breakthrough. So oxidative stress affects every part of our body. Our body's full of cells, and they're under that assault from oxidative stress. We're doing great at handling when we're young, and we hit about 20. It starts to compound year after year. Also on PubMed, what you can do, and I love doing this, is going in and put an oxidative stress in PubMed.gov. And today there's over 300,000 published studies on oxidative stress. And it just shows you the graph by year how that is just upticked and going up and up and up. And I think last year alone, there was over 20,000 studies that came in on oxidative stress. Another thing you can do with PubMed is if you got things in your family circle or your friends, we don't treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate diseases, but oxidative stress plays a part in that. But put oxidative stress in PubMed and just put the AND symbol or AND and arthritis or whatever, and it'll narrow down out of those 300,000 studies the focal point of the studies that were done on oxidative stress in that condition. Okay, so that was the beginning, you guys. That's where our breakthrough technology and activation, that's what this company is. LifeVantage is an activation company. That's what sets us apart, and that's what we're ahead of everybody else on and leading into the future. Because if you can turn systems on inside of your biochemistry of your body that go dormant over time, that directly relate to aging, that's what this company is interested in. So I'm going to announce our new technology is the collagen. Collagen has really hit in the last 5 years. It's just come out of nowhere, and now there's hundreds of collagen products from powder to liquid to everything else on the market. And Guardian actually did an article and dug into this to see, is this another fad that's going to come and go, the latest diet, so to speak. And after they did their study and their investigation on this, they found out, no, collagen is a huge deal for our body. And like oxidative stress that climbs and grows because we don't make as many antioxidants anymore, we make less collagen as we get older. So again, it's another piece of aging, the aging puzzle that we're attacking and going after. So True Science Liquid Collagen came out a year ago, June. It's been a fantastic product. People have loved what it's doing from them, not only on the outside, but internally also. So why is ours superior and unique? Is because one, it is liquid. The other part is, let me skip over here. There we go. Is that it's not just about the skin that we see on the surface, but it's nail health. I've noticed both of these. My hair grows a lot faster. I have to get more haircuts, trimming my nails more often, promoting muscle recovery and cushioning joints. I'm going to need that. Gut health, strengthening bones, overall tissue repair, and eyes, liver function. So there's a lot inside: sleep quality, mental health, and brain and cognitive support. It's a lot that collagen does inside of our body, along with the effects and what it's doing for our skin on the outside. So why is this collagen different? It has 3 different things that it's doing when you take this 5 milliliter collagen. It's activating your body to make collagen. That is huge, and that's what separates this company apart in a lot of ways. It replenishes and it also maintains the collagen production. These are just some of the numbers from a clinical trial that was done. Increased collagen density by 42%, 10% skin roughness, crow's feet 22, blood catalase level, which is awesome. Catalase is huge for an antioxidant in your body that it boosts up. And so you can see the numbers over the 8-week trial that was done. And then why liquid over powder? Is powder is only about 10 to 30% absorbable. So you have to use a lot of powder. If you look on the directions, you're probably going to have to take 3 times, 4 times as much. Where liquid is 90% absorption. And so it's more bioavailable to the bloodstream. So documentation beats conversations. What I love about these photos that I'm going to just show you here is that these are people that are in LifeVantage and been here a long time. And so before they released the product, they got a group together that was willing to take before and after photos and show exactly the differences in the collagen. And so you can see the facial, the wrinkles, the crow's feet, even the neck and décolleté is much improved on the collagen. Again, same thing with I like when they put from 0 to 15 days and then 1 to 20 days. Again, the décolleté, the neck area, just incredible to see the differences there. Around the face and eyes, skin tone and texture is just incredible. And again, it's replenishing that collagen, it's maintaining it and activating your body to turn on and produce collagen, like when you're younger. And even legs. These are my legs before and after, just kidding. And so, again, you can see the differences in what the collagen does to our whole body. Hair, you can see the differences in hair. A lot of people experience a lot more hair growth by being on the liquid collagen. And so if we know we're seeing visually on the outside with these pictures, and everybody is even asked, hey, when you get on, just take before and afters. And you might not notice the incremental differences, but when you have photos, it helps you remember, okay, this is what I look like here in 15, 20, and 3 months in. Imagine what is happening on the inside of your body by being on this collagen. So here's our whole portfolio of products, you guys. We're an activation company. A lot of these products sit around the activation realm. We have 2 other protanoms that are activators. Along with the antioxidants, we can actually boost our mitochondria production and create more mitochondria by increasing NRF1 activation. Then NAD is the 3rd protanum. NAD is a huge molecule that leads to a list of proteins of sirtuins that clean up the cells. And so you can turn that switch on. And we have a patent on the 3 of those working together because they actually increase each of those activators. They actually do double and triple more when they're put together in the Tri-Synergizer. We got our daily essentials, vitamins and micronutrients that are time-released. Skincare is amazing, and it is also patented. It's one of the only ones I know that's a NRF2 activating skincare system in the world. They have an omega product that's this amazing product, fish oil. And then we have the Physique prebiotic and probiotic and fat burner. The hair care is just amazing. I never was much a geyser into the shampoo and those things, but I did notice a huge difference on using the True Science activation through hair care. And then probably my second or most consumed product in LifeVantage is the Axio. Love brain food, concentration, clarity, removing that fog, and just feeling awake and alert. And crystal clear is what I love about the Axios. They're clean energy because they don't have sugars or artificial sweeteners or flavors in them, and it's all natural ingredients that's turning on the pathways in the brain. So that's where we're at in our company today with our activation. And we also have Protanum for our animals. We give it to our lab and shepherd, and they just love it. You can give Protanum to horses, you guys. It's amazing. My favorite testimonials, because we're a publicly traded company on NASDAQ. We don't have any crazy they just don't anything that has to do with curing or preventing. We don't cross that line here in a publicly traded company. My favorite testimonials are animals. They'll go to dogs and horses and put Protanum and Protanum on YouTube. A lot of videos showing the differences on what they look like before and after using activation. So we have an incredible time to join LifeVantage, you guys. This is why you're going to love Evolve. This company is evolving. So just a short, brief history. It launched in May of 2009 from retail to network marketing company. We had Protanum NRF2 activation that you saw there. We're talking about the ABC Primetime. We had the skincare, True Science Anti-Aging Cream. That was it. And as this company grew from a company not doing a lot in sales, losing $3 million a year to over $200 million in sales, there's a very successful pattern that we were following with this company. And then, like most companies in this industry, network marketing, they hit periods of time where they need to grow, they need to evolve and move on to that 500 million and billion mark. And that's what we're set to do now. So here's our evolved compensation. We have a simple consultant path that you can follow. We have a great sales bonus just for introducing and selling products and having customers. That's the share part of the consultant path. Then there's the build and grow. So if you want to build a team and start bringing other consultants on who bring customers on, you can start building and growing teams and still sharing product if you want to blend all those together. And then we have the lead part of the compensation plan where you build leadership. And that's when you go and you build big organizations that create lots of volume. And so there's more bonuses unlocked in the leadership part. And so as you can see in the beginning, you got the create sales profits, personal sales bonus, and fast track bonuses, all just in sharing product with people. There's a lot of people that are doing that. Our compensation plan actually came out in March, and we're doing very well with it. We're excited to go to our San Antonio convention here coming up in October, as we're going to fully see everything come into play. We got the middle of that program with the mentor bonus, and then we got upline bonuses, and then leadership match bonuses start to kick in at managing consultant one. Then you get into leadership pool. So I'll just break those down here in just a second. So here you get to work the way you want. If you're a customer gather, you're an influencer, you have a type of businesses that you know are actually you're part of in salons and chiropractors and different places, you can just simply introduce the product line through those venues. You earn 10 to 40% every month just gathering up customers on our products. And build and develop the team is the way to succeed in building an organization. We have an awesome customer rewards program. We want our customers to stay and be happy here, and so they continue to educate our customers. If they start spending $200, they're going to get more reward credits that'll be added to their account, so they can discount the products that they're buying. Full free size products are going to be sent to our customers from time to time with exclusive offers for them, and also if they order over 150 a month, they'll get a $5.99 flat shipping rate. We also have a culture here at LifeVantage. It's just amazing. We have lots of incentive trips. They have several trips a year that can be won. We have an elite trip or executive trip. I got to say now, getting the verbiage down still that executive distributors get to go on and be a part of. We have a cash program or getting a Jeep. When you get to executive consultant 2, it's $150,000 a month business, and you keep that business active, and at least that 150,000 mark, you're going to get $25,000, or you can order up a Jeep. Depends what you like to do. We also make commissions on building a team, an organization of consultants. And that's where I sit at. I just love doing all these phases. And in the beginning, to get this company off the ground and build it, that's simply what we focused on in our first compensation plan, was just bringing consultants on and also bringing customers. But now we have a balanced plan where somebody just wants to come in and build up a customer business, they can do that and make really good money. And we get check matches, and when we hit managing consultant 2, we start to get a check match on leadership and depth. And this is compressed, so it's looking for leaders down in those lines of business that we're going to be building, and we're going to get more and more matches as we build a business deep. And then we have our monthly pool. This is an amazing program here. So LifeVantage takes 4% of the global volume of this company. We're in 22 countries around the world, and you start to acquire shares in that global bonus. What I love about this is when you hit to executive consultant 1, you start to share in the worldwide sales of the company. This isn't profit sharing. This is monthly leadership sharing on all the revenue worldwide. It's amazing. So at executive 1, you get 1 share. Executive 2, you're 3 shares, and you can see the list go up at executive 3, 5, then executive 4, 10 shares of that pool, and presidential, 20 shares of the bonus pool, the 4% gross volume going in that pool each month. So where do we get started? It's really simple. Just pick a pack. There's a handful of $300 packs that we can choose from. So look at those different categories. The biggest pack we have is $1,000. It's called the business pack. I know it says a lead on there, but it's just a little verbiage change. So we have a business pack. And so if you're looking for the biggest bang for your buck, it would be in the business pack. It comes with $1,700 of product. Also, you get 2 event passes to our conventions and elite academies, and a virtual pass. We have a virtual training once a year. And so that's already preloaded with training in that pack, along with all the products that we have. But again, everybody's got to choose which way they want to come in. It doesn't matter to us which way you want to pick to start your business. But if you're the kind of person looking for the biggest bang for your buck, get with the person that invited you, and that business pack is a great way to go. And then just pick your monthly order. If you're like our household, we have both my wife and I have accounts and we're ordering everything all the time. We have to look at the cupboards, look in the medicine cabinet. We're always running out of something. And that's good. I like that because as I talk to my other consultants and people I know in LifeVantage, we're not garage qualified, you guys. We're not sticking the product under the sink. We're not using that. We're just trying to stay active in the company. That's not happening here. People use these products, consume them, and love them and keep using them over and over and over again. That's a real sticky business right there. That's a business that's going to stay around and love that with our product line. And so I'm going to show you just a nice, easy, nothing's really easy. This is just a good path. This is a good goal to start out building your LifeVantage. I'll show you how to build some leverage income over a year's time. So here's that personal sales bonus I was mentioning earlier. This is just for if someone just wants to go gather customers or sign up consultants that like to gather customers, that works too. But for places that are really want to gather customers, you get more each month for the reoccurring orders. So to begin with, we get 10% on a consultant or a customer that we sign up each month that they order, we get 10%. To increase that percentage, you start hitting these different recognition tiles. So you can see the customer SV over there. That's our sales volume. So when we hit 500 to 999, we're in Onyx. We get 5 more percent. So now we're at 15. And if you get to Emerald, that's when you break the threshold of 1,000 month in volume to 1999. You get now 10%. So you're up to 20. So you get to Sapphire 2,000 to through 39.99, 15% plus the 10. You're at 25%, you guys, of that bonus. And then when you get up to $4,000 in bonus, that's a diamond. And that's where a lot of established businesses or influencers or even people that are just signing customers like to get to, because then they get that bonus every month. And so imagine having a business where you got $4,000 plus a month coming in. I'll show you the numbers on that, what that looks like. So here's a great plan over 12 months to go out and start introducing this information, sharing the information to people, and just let them come in where they want to come in at. If they want to be consultants, great. If they want to be customers, we know that a lot of times people are comfortable introducing products to people and having customers come aboard. But in this example here, you just sign 3 customers up and 1 consultant a month. You just do that over the course of a year. You're going to have 36 customers. If they're just taking one of our products, which is the collagen, it's 112 CV from each of those collagen packs. It adds up to 4,032 volume. And you get 30% each month. And you're a diamond, and that's $1,200 a month in income coming in. I know that doesn't seem like a ton, but think, what would you do with another $1,200 a month coming into your household? That's pretty cool. What if you just taught 2 of the 12 consultants that you brought on board just to replicate what you're doing? And so now you have 2 consultants that you duplicated you out of all the 12 that you brought on, just 2. You get another $800 a month just from them building their businesses and helping them. And then you have $2,000 a month that you're bringing in. But if we just put this down one more level on that 3rd level, so those 2 duplicated you and brought on 12 consultants over their year. And then now they both have 2 consultants that reached that diamond level. And so then we're around $3,100 a month in leveraged income coming in from building that business. Here's our average annual earnings disclosure statement. I love sharing this. Again, we're publicly traded. Our ticker symbol is LFVN. And so every year we have this come out showing exactly the money LifeVantage paid out to the ranks, different ranks in the company, and the average monthly commissions. To me, I like to use it as goal setting with a new consultant that comes aboard and say, where do you want to get to? What's your goals? How far what kind of income level do you want to build to? So in the beginning ranks, we just have, up to $300 a month, $600 a month is those ranks of Pro 3. That we're going to change these, Marilyn, next year when they come out. And then the middle ranks from Pro 4 to 5 and 6 are up to $1,400 to $7,000 a month in income. And then the elite ranks, $13,000 to $132,000 a month. So again, I can kind of flip this over because we're just since March with this new compensation plan. You get into the share bonuses and just share product, you can be earning up to $2,000, $3,000 a month just having customers on board. If you want to build and grow, then you get into those middle ranks and start earning up to $3,000 and $6,000 a month. And then, of course, when you hit the leadership development ranks, in those elite ranks, and you can start earning $13,000 to $132,000 a month in income. What I love about this, you guys, is everywhere I've been, even when I was my own owner operator at United Van Lines, I could only earn so much money. They set the pace and how much I could make. In this compensation plan, you get to choose how much income you want to make based on how much you want to build. So I love that about this. Is timing important in business? It sure is. Warren Buffett, I love his quote on timing. He says, you must learn how to position yourself early in opportunities to succeed in business. And so all companies start out and nobody knows who they are, what they're about. They're trying to get name recognition in the marketplace, trying to get their product line out into the world. And as that starts to happen, the ones that jump on first are the innovators and early adopters. They're the first ones that see it. They think it's going to go a long ways and they get in early. That's what Buffett's talking about, getting in those early positions in the company. You got to go to work. It's all work, but just positioning and timing. Because once a company hits momentum and it goes into critical mass, 80% of the growth is captured during that window. Now think about that. You remember when there's a time, for those of us that are old enough on here, that we didn't even know what Walmart was? All of a sudden we saw one Walmart here, another Walmart there. Who are these guys? What are they about? And this all started back in, the 50s and 60s, going on to the 70s, when Sam Walton decided to take that company nationwide. And all of a sudden, Walmart's the biggest employer in the world. Would you want to be the one in the ground floor of a company like that? Absolutely. So it's the same thing in this industry of network marketing. You look at some of the iconic multi-billion-dollar companies here, those who got and positioned themselves first and built those businesses, there's a lot of those iconic companies that are still paying out leverage income to generations of youth that they have coming in. There are generational income. So what's the LifeVantage story at this place right now? Is we've done this, innovators. We're just at the tail of catching our early adopters. Definitely, we're all early adopters in the new Evolve plan, which is exciting. And so we're going to be heading into this momentum phase. And so our corporate staff, our CEO, Steve Fife, and our top consultants have got a plan. This is a $212 million company that you're looking at right now. It's publicly traded. The stock's been floating around $6 to $7 a share. And we're getting ready to push this company into its momentum phase. Now, the exciting part of this momentum phase is the technology shift that's taking place too. We're not just trying to compete with every other health and wellness company out there. We're actually leading the way where health and wellness is going with activation. So let that settle in for just a second. That's where we're heading to. So that's even a bigger momentum shift when you're looking at that. And so what is our story where we're looking for growth potential right now? We did the startup phase, you guys. That's for some of us like Marilyn and I have been here 13, 14 years. We're those early adopters and early innovators that came in. We've gone through the startup phase. The foundation of the company is set. There's no debt in this company, which is incredible. It has about $24 million in the bank, if I got my numbers right on the last financials that came out. And so now they're shifting into organized growth. That's what Evolve is about. And we're going to take this compensation plan to all the markets that we're in now and make it pinpointed growth. And what is our goal? We want to hit that $1 billion milestone. So I saw some pretty cool stuff and lives change, including mine and others in this company, in the first 0 to 200 million. Now we're going from 200 million to $1 billion. How many lives are going to be changed in that one? And how many of us are going to be here to help and find people to have that? Because then stabilization will come along and companies grow about 2 to 7%, usually after they hit that $1 billion mark. So I get to hit a couple of these. This is the first one. We rang the NASDAQ bell twice, if I could talk, Marilyn, sorry. We did it in January 9th, 2020, right before COVID hit. And I took this screenshot when our CEO was being interviewed on Ameritrade. And I thought it was cool later on when I went back and looked at it. And they had Amazon on the left and Netflix on the right. I'm going to keep this forever, you guys. I'm going to be talking about this in the next 10 years when this happens. We all know Amazon. They were made fun of and ridiculed for a decade for being a bookstore that was selling books online. Everything about Jeff Bezos is nuts. Well, he's the smart one, isn't he? It's a huge company now, multi-billion-dollar company, changed the way we buy our products. Then you look at a company like Netflix. Here's a couple Silicon Valley guys that got tired of Blockbuster charging late fees. decided to do their own program and send DVDs out through the mail and not have a storefront. Well, then as the internet started to get bigger and they started to see the possibilities of the future, that DVDs would go away. And so they booked a meeting with Blockbuster in 1997, said, hey, let's merge our companies together. You guys are the big boys on the block right now, but the future is in streaming. Do you want to go together on this journey? Blockbuster said no. We like what we're doing. We're going to stay where we're at. So now you're looking at a company called LifeVantage. You got introduced to activation tonight. So get with the person that invited you, dig into the details a little bit, kick the tires and verify a few things. And what you're going to see is this company is leading the health race. Health and wellness is the future, and it's going to be billions and billions and billions of dollars spent in this arena. And thank heavens the technology shift has finally happened in this area. I'm glad it's happened in others, but we get to live a healthier life. That's what this is all about. It's not living forever, but it's about living healthy while we're here the best we can. And this new technology is awesome. And I thought I had another one in here. Nope, I'm gonna shut it off now because I don't have it there. That's okay. I thought I took a little snapshot of the last time we did. We just rang the closing bell on July 27th this year at NASDAQ, which is a huge honor for our company. And you guys, I'm excited for where we're heading to. The best is yet to come for this company. So much is on the horizon. We just got to dig our heels in. And for those of us that have been here a long time and retool, relearn, right? Because it's harder to relearn than it is to learn. I'm finding that out. So Marilyn, thank you for having me on here. Look forward to seeing you all soon. And we do this every Thursday, you guys. Thank you, Marilyn.
You bet. So you can see why Tony's where he's at. He's a very, very dedicated man, a God-fearing man, and he loves to serve. And that's the secret sauce in this business, guys, is just become a master servant. If you can help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything you want. I'm so grateful that I am involved in this company, that Tony never gave up on me. So if you want to see a view of this and you'll think, oh man, I missed out. I should have had so many more people on this call. You can see this on my YouTube channel, and it's just Marilyn Johnson LifeVantage, and you'll be able to see Tony, and you'll be able to share it. And we put that tool together just for people that can't get on these calls, or they're just like, oh my goodness, there's so much, and I'm just learning. That's a presentation, guys. Just share it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. I challenge everybody, just get one person. Just bring in one more guest. You do that every week and your business will explode. Thank you, Tony, for sharing with us tonight, and we will see you all next week. I'm going to stop.